Thanks very much indeed. Almost ready to get going in the second half of this one. Quick turnaround. And of course, it means Edwin gets to salute the fans at the opposite end of this wonderful stadium, Amsterdam Arena. 52,000 capacity. Opened in 1996. It's the first stadium in Europe with a sliding roof, apparently. It does look fantastic on a night like this. And whichever stadium you play in, a goal like that one from Mark Overmars would be outstanding to watch. Wonderful strike.
Just about to say that, Dave. I'm not so sure even Edwin could have saved that had he been in goals at the other end, because it was right in the top corner, and it would take an exceptional save from any goalkeeper to get to it.
A night for him to savour, and I wonder if he'll have a few efforts to save in the second half. Just the one from Dennis Bergkamp in the first section of this game, but he got down and dealt with it well. Much loved by those at Highbury, of course, down the years. And many of these players who either played in Holland or for Holland or both left various teams, predominantly Ajax, to go and play for Barcelona. Mark Overmars and Frank de Boer, just two of those. So just awaiting the second period being kicked off. Can tell you incidentally, the funds raised for tonight's testimonial go to the Laureus Sport for Good Foundation, which is using sport to combat some of the world's toughest social challenges facing young people today, and various other problems that young people have in not just the Netherlands but also around the world. Raised over 40 million euros so far, helping over 1.5 million young people, and that is what tonight is in aid of, as well as being a fitting send-off to Edwin van der Sar. His Ajax team in the ascendancy as we start this second period, with Edgar Davids and Nwankwo Kanu. Scored the winning goal in the 2008 FA Cup final for Portsmouth against Cardiff City. Says he loves living down on the south coast now. Here he is. So many orange shirts back to try and deal with this Ajax threat. Kanu trying to get stuck in there, but it's won back by Dennis Bergkamp. Nice feet from Nordin Vuta. And now it's Overmars, who looks dangerous every time he gets the ball. That's curled in ominously towards goal, but Hesp in the end, I think, realised where it was going.
Yeah, it was never really a problem for Hesp. Always going wide of the target. I think the Holland team, Dave, could just do with one or two players a little bit younger, just to give them a chance of getting back into this game. I don't know if there's many on the bench that we'd look at as being close to being fully fit, just ending their careers.
No, they only brought a few extra players with them. None of these players you would class as being young exactly, in footballing terms at least. It's Ajax who have the spring in their step really in this game so far. Kanu now to Ronald de Boer. Overmars makes the run on the outside. He's opening up for Ronald de Boer here, and he spotted the run through from Patrick Kluivert. A much-loved personality in sport, isn't he, Edwin van der Sar? And these fans are here to give him a fitting send-off. Here is Bergkamp, maybe looking to give Edwin some work to do. Might skip through to Jonk, but out comes Edwin van der Sar. And listen to that cheer.
He won't be coming out like that in another 5-10 years, Dave. He's fully fit at the moment. Out as quick as a flash, wasn't he? But
here's Kluivert, looking to set up another goal for Ajax. De Boer. And that's into orbit from Nordin Vuta.
I just think it's time for the Holland side just to make one or two changes, as I said, Dave, because They don't look as lively as Ajax, and certainly the chances have all come to the Ajax team in the 18 minutes we've been playing.
Wim Jonk. Now it's Dennis Bergkamp, playing very deep in this Dutch team. He was their top scorer en route to the semi-finals in the '98 World Cup. It's in from Jonk, it's Van Hooijdonk who's there, and it's brave from Edwin van der Sar, who just saw a giant boot fly towards his face, but still kept the ball out. Kanu, Kluivert. Kanu and Ronald de Boer waiting for the ball in the middle. Here they are teaming up together. Kluivert flicking it into no man's land. Well, nights like this are always good fun for everybody involved, aren't they? Meeting up with old friends and perhaps giving one or two people a bit of stick.
But tonight's all about Edwin and the charity that you mentioned, Dave. Great cause. And for those two reasons, that's why this stadium's absolutely packed.
I'd love to see some more goals, which might happen around about now with Bergkamp and Van Hooijdonk teaming up. That's not the greatest of balls through for Roy Mackay, though, who's been pretty quiet in this game. And now here come Ajax again, and in particular Patrick Kluivert. Lots of orange shirts back, but Kanu is forward here as well. Lovely feet from him. Patrick Kluivert with a shot, and Hess beat it away. Danger is far from over, though. Davids tucks it through. Ronald de Boer made himself loads of time and then confused everybody in the ground. They weren't sure where that was going. Still the danger, though. Kluivert's ball across is dealt with, and Holland can start again.
Well, that was a wrong decision from Ronald de Boer. He should have shot with his left foot, and not many times during his career could you say that Ronald de Boer made the wrong decision. But certainly there, should have been a left-footed shot.
Dennis Bergkamp looked like he went for goal there. Then he went for Overmars, and he released Ronald de Boer. Overmars is in the penalty area. Davids is behind him. One-way traffic, really.
Yeah, the Ajax side are a lot quicker and a lot sharper, Dave. It's a bit laboured, the Holland build-up.
Bergkamp's got room here, though. And he flicks it out to Witschke. Back to Bergkamp, shooting range. Just wasn't the greatest of shots. And now away goes Patrick Kluivert again. Edgar Davids wants to get forward and get into a scoring position. Kanu is here on the edge of the box. Kanu takes his time. De Boer exchanges passes with Kanu. Davids is hovering. This is where it turns into a training ground style match. Everyone just wants to pass it around, maybe play a few tricks, and then try and dink one goalwards. It's Davids. Overmars. He won't be shy to shoot. Gets a corner off Witschke.
I think even though we've only played 22 minutes, the players on both sides are getting tired.
We've got 8 minutes remaining in this one. And this is where the Amsterdam Arena jumps to its feet to salute its hero. And the main man of the night, Edwin van der Sar, will be replaced in this game by Fred Griem. Another impeccable display in between the posts for the big man. In comes the corner. Hess comes for it and doesn't quite get it. And the Dutch side breathe again, just as he gets a breather. He'll be involved in the final game of the night, the Edwin van der Sar Dream Team.
Can you give us any clues, Dave, to who's playing?
I can do. We will see Rooney, we'll see Giggs, Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville's there as well, and all of those will be lining up with the likes of Michael Carrick as well in the next game after this one. Deep ball in, header against the post from Mackay. The striker with a wonderful goal scoring record, and he had so much time and space to hit anywhere but the post.
Unbelievable. Over 250 goals during his career. What did you say, Dave? 500 and something games?
Yeah,
and he can't head the ball in from 6 yards.
And Ajax have an attempt as well, which is beaten away. And now we've only got just under 6 minutes left of this game. Time for these two sides to try and create a sprint finish. How did I not score, he says to himself. So off comes Ronald de Boer. He enjoyed having the number 9 on his back. And he's replaced by Kiki Muzampa, who's just turned 34. And of course, used to be a Blue.
All those United names you mentioned in Edwin's Dream Team, Dave, no Paul Scholes?
No Paul Scholes, but then he's got his own special night to worry about, hasn't he, on Friday? And that's live on MUTV as well. Scholes Testimonial. United up against the New York Cosmos with Monsieur Cantona at the helm. Make sure you join us for that one. Kanu plays it out wide. He's got Clivert in the middle here. There's Vuta. It's back to Mazampa. It's almost at times like Ajax toying with the Dutch backline a little bit. But we've not seen too much end product in this second half. Maybe Overmars can change it. Certainly tried to. So dangerous cutting in from either the left or the right.
Well, that's what we saw him do time and time again in his playing career. Hug the touchline, go at players, cut in, have a shot at goal. Scored a fantastic goal this evening.
So good to see Edwin's family here, and his wife in particular, after everything that's happened in the last few years. Here go Holland again. It's Philippe Cocu who was trying to slice the way through the Ajax defence. He almost got another chance there as well. Grim taking a bit of an opportunity with Van Hooijdonk. Must have been strange actually for Edwin to play against Holland. Has a record 130 caps for his country. Semi-finalists in the World Cup in '98. Semi-finalists in the European Championships of 2000.
When was the last time Edwin played for Holland, Dave?
It's been a few years now. In fact, they tempted him out of retirement once for a game a couple of years ago, and tried to get him again last season. But he refused to rekindle that, to concentrate on life at United, which of course bore plenty of fruit. 4 Premier League titles and the Champions League headline his list of honours under Sir Alex Ferguson.
It was a great find by the manager, because when he was at Fulham, and obviously everyone knew we were looking for a goalkeeper, I don't think his name ever come up on phone-ins or any discussions we had on MUTV. You know, I don't remember people phoning in and saying we must go and get the goalkeeper at Fulham, Edwin van der Sar. But go and get him, they did do, and it was a great move to bring him to Old Trafford. Fantastic goalkeeper.
Just a real shame it didn't happen earlier, and he's alluded to that as well in interviews with us in the past. Set the record, of course, for the number of Premier League minutes without conceding a goal in 2009. 1,311 minutes without letting a league goal through into the back of the net. Wonderful achievement, that. Here's Roy Mackay. 2 in the middle. Oh, and one of them was Bolo Zend, and it was taken right off his head by John van der Broom. And isn't he letting him know about it? Well,
it's great defending at the back post. Looked a certain goal for Holland. Van der Broom clears the danger.
And there is Joe, kitted out in the right shirt. In come Holland again. Header flicked away by Winston Bogart. Had a rather unsuccessful spell at Chelsea, but really made his name at Ajax in Milan and Barcelona. Vichka. He was asking a lot.
That clean sheet record you mentioned of Edwin's, Dave, that was at a time, if memory serves me right, where our back four was changing week in, week out. And, you know, he still managed to achieve all those clean sheets. We were having lots of injuries at the time.
Into the last minute in this one then. Ajax still with that 1-goal lead through the wizardry of Mark Overmars. Here is the match winner as it stands so far. Davids. One back by the Dutch team, and it's Dennis Bergkamp with time of the essence here. Feeds Roy Mackay. Might have to hit it early. He does. And Grimm just did enough to get behind it.
That was a clever run from Roy Mackay. Just made sure he kept himself onside and got in the clear. Reasonable shot. Just was too straight at the goalkeeper.
Now there we go. Ajax from 1995 have beaten Holland from 1998. Needed one moment of magic, and it came from the boots of Mark Overmars, who rolled back the years to win it for his and Edwin van der Sar's team. Final score, Ajax 1, Holland 0.
So the Ajax 95 team got the better of the Dutch 98 team in a fairly leisurely encounter. Alex Stepney and Derek Steele are here as we build up to the main event of the evening. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back very shortly.
Here is Tunkai. Back to Catamol. He's going to try one.
That's a hell of a save.
Great save by van der Sar. Catamol struck it wonderfully well, and van der Sar made a terrific one-handed stop.
Well, it shows a little bit of frustration after this Catamol because he thinks this is going in. Yeah, good save by the goalkeeper.